Good day, folks. It's Richard Joe here, CXL Certified Optimizer, and today I'm going to explain how you can incorporate storytelling in your CRO to effectively communicate to stakeholders. And this is something that a lot of us as optimizers do struggle with initially, and I think it's because you know it tends to attract a certain type of person to the role. If you're coming from an analytics perspective like me or statistics or something like that, you'll tend to be honest, a little bit geeky. Like, if you're really into your statistics, you'll be fundamentally quite involved in, concepts like p-values, statistical significance, z-scores, Bayesian versus frequentist statistical frameworks, and those kinds of things. And if you're coming from an analytics perspective, you'll be looking at data layer, events, GA4 tagging, all that kind of stuff. But let's just go back to first principles. If you're talking to a stakeholder, say you're doing CRO internally in a company, or even if you're working in an agency and your client is wanting to do CRO, they know the benefits of it. There is market awareness that, hey, by doing this thing on the website, by serving up experimentations, that this could lead to more customers and less friction, those sort of things. Great, they understand the basics. But it's very easy for us as optimizers to really nerd out on the nitty gritty details and not bring it back down to earth for people who are new to this art. So let me tell you one thing that I found useful is the usage of analogies. And analogies help us to really understand and break down complex concepts into their basic principles. So, when it comes to conversion rate optimization, we really want to break it down to our stakeholders as if they're kind of like children, really. And what I've done is I've got it's a bit hard to see, but I've basically got a picture here, and I'm going to use an analogy of a shop. So what we're doing is we've got a shop. So this is explained to the stakeholder. The experiments we're doing on your shop is, let's just say it's a restaurant. So what we're doing is with CRO, the analogy would be, if you've got an awesome looking restaurant with wonderful seats and good music, it's in a really good location, ambient atmosphere, really good service, awesome food, and the menu's just like on point. That is what we're essentially doing to your website. Conversely, if the website, if the shop has really poor seating, really rude staff, you've got to have a 1 hour wait time to get your food, then therefore that's the opposite of a really good experience. So it's the same thing we're doing to your website. If your website is really poor, it's a poor user experience, it's buggy, it's slow, then less users will convert. However, if it's fast, there's low friction, and it serves up an experience that the customer finds enjoyable, then it's going to convert a lot better. And same thing and that's using the restaurant analogy there. And it's also important to explain to to your stakeholder that we have to pair up traffic with conversion. So if you have that big man over there, he's walking towards the restaurant. If the analogy I would use with traffic and conversions is, if you have an awesome looking an awesome looking restaurant, and no one walks past it, it's really basically like having a lemonade stand in the desert. No one's going to buy from you. Whereas if you've got if your restaurant's in a really good location and it's right across from the train station and you've got really good traffic that's high quality, then you're going to have more conversions, obviously, because more people will walk inside your restaurant. Same thing with traffic to your website. And then you can talk about, delve into the interplay between CRO and search engine optimization or paid traffic and how you need to talk about the nuances of that. So that's analogies, very powerful, and breaks it back down to earth for people who are very busy and don't have time for your explanations. Now, the other powerful thing I want to discuss is really the power of linking. And that's where you link one word, you link one word to another word by basically by association. So what I'm going to do is, I've got the piece of paper over here already. So this will also help to explain. Linking is a very powerful way to use two words, and by association, with those words, you're able to powerfully explain what you're trying, like what conversion rate optimization is in this instance. So what we're going to do is we're going to link CRO with the word pineapple. So I've got here, CRO is like a pineapple. It's spiky, it's hard, it's heavy, it's juicy and sweet. So you might be thinking, well, how can that relate to conversion rate optimization? Spiky, hard, heavy, juicy, and sweet. Well, let's think about it. CRO, it may be very spiky in a way that just like a pineapple. It's very rough on the outside, very pointy, very hard to understand at first, and also very hard and heavy. And these kinds of things can feel a bit off-putting, and you may not be initially attracted to learning about it, and it might sort of put you off from learning what it's really about. But if you break into the spikes, if you get a knife and you really really dig in and cut up that pineapple, then you find out that CRO is really juicy and sweet on the inside, and you can extrapolate a lot of useful insights from your quantitative and qualitative data, and also from your A/B test learnings, and therefore apply it to your website. So that's the power of linking. It's where you link one topic with a random word, and you look at the characteristics of that random word, like we did with a pineapple. It's spiky, heavy, hard, juicy, and sweet. And then you basically just go through those characteristics and try to link them to your topic, in this case being CRO. So thanks for listening. If you've got this far, I really appreciate you watching me explain these powerful storytelling concepts to you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I'll continue pumping out regular weekly content. Cheers. Bye.